Hi, welcome to day 7 of solving LeetCode for 100 days. It's been a week. I didn't expect myself to be this consistent. A week ago, I had no idea if I could even do this, but yes, here I am. Today's problem is subarray whose sum equals k. So these are the test cases that they have given. So let me just start coding now. So in order to count the subarrays whose sum will be equal to k, I'll take a variable named count. I'll initialize inside the class itself. Now I'll take a variable named n, which stores the value of the array nums. Next, I'll take another variable named sum, whose value will be initially equal to 0, or I'll declare inside the for loop itself. So now I'll use a for loop. I is equal to 0 to I less than n plus plus. Now I'll initialize the sum to 0. I'll use another loop. Int j is equal to I to j less than n j plus plus. What I'll do here is I'll take sum will be equal to what? This will be equal to nums of j. Now I'll compare. If the obtained sum, if that is equal to k, then what should be my count? Count should be equal to, I should increment the count. Next, at last, I just have to return the count. So before running the code, I just want to analyze how this code works. Let me show you that. So as you can see, the test case which was given to me was nums is equal to 1, 1, 1. And what was my k value? K value was equal to 2. So first, in this for loop, I'll just start analyzing the code now. So as you can see, in the case 1, when I is equal to what? 0. What is my sum initially? Sum will be equal to what? 0. Okay. So first, as you can see, I'll again use a for loop that in which j is equal to I. So what will be my j? J is equal to I, is equal to 0. So next, sum plus is equal to nums of j. So what is my nums of j now? So sum will be equal to sum plus nums of j. So this will be equal to what? 0 plus nums of j. What is my nums of j? So this is the element that is present in the 0th index, and this is the one which is present in the first index, and this is the one which is present in the second index. So 0 plus nums of j will be equal to what? 1. Now what will happen? I'll check whether sum is equal to k. So since my k is equal to 2, and what is my sum? Sum is equal to 1. So since sum is not at all equal to k, my count remain as it is. That is, it won't be incremented. In the second case, what will be my j? J will be equal to 1 now. So sum will be equal to what? Sum is sum plus nums of j. Okay. So now what is my updated sum? My updated sum is 1 plus what is my nums of j? It is again equal to what? 1. So 1 plus 1 is equal to what? 2. Now let me check whether my sum is equal to k, which is equal to 2. So since this condition is true, what will be my count now? Count will be equal to count plus 1. That is 0 plus 1. This will be equal to what? 1. Now my count will be incremented to what? It will now be incremented to 1 now. Now what will be my j value? J value will be equal to 2. So again sum will be equal to what? Sum plus nums of j. So sum plus nums of j. So my updated sum was 2 here. 2 plus 1, which will be equal to what? 3. I'll check whether the updated sum is equal to k. In this case, this is not true. So my count remains as it is. That is, my count will be equal to what? Count will be equal to 1 itself. Next, I have completed, I have traversed all the values of j, because j should be less than n, that is, it should be less than 3. So I have, traversed all the j values, that is, initially j was 0 and j was 1 and j was 2 now. In the case 2, what will be my I value? I value will be equal to what? 1. Now